This is Shane Thomas, and he spent over $700,000 on TikTok ads with household name brands. And today we have a conversation about what most brands miss, what brands actually shouldn't be advertising on TikTok, budget recommendations, how to optimize your campaigns, and how to scale once you actually start to see success. And a huge thanks to Incense for sponsoring this video, but more on that later. First is understanding what brands should be advertising on TikTok and what brands shouldn't be.
The big factor that's going to determine your success on TikTok is going to be creative output. So the brands who can just continually churn out creatives more on that UGC content creator sector of creative rather than just a static ad or like a slideshow ad that might work on Facebook. The people who are able to be nimble and have that creative bandwidth are really going to be the ones with the highest rate. So if you're trying to be ultra efficient or you have incredibly low margins and you just can't handle like a day or a week of potentially unprofitable spend, at least from one platform, then maybe it's not the right time. But anyone who is looking to expand that audience and tackle a new platform, and especially brands that have been spending hundreds of thousands or millions a year on Facebook for years now, this is, I think, one of the perfect platforms to hop on.
One of my biggest questions coming into this session for Shane was, what budget do people need to actually get started with TikTok ads?
It's going to come down to what your overall on-platform CPA goal is. A lot of people will take their Facebook CPA and then multiply it by 1.5 or 1.25, just add a little buffer there. And you still want to be able to get out of learning. So take your CPA, multiply it by 7, and that's how many ad sets you can run. But I know every rep I've talked to, it's always recommended starting around about a 25K minimum. And that'll give you enough space, hopefully, for being able to test creative, potentially playing around with audiences, or just, again, mostly creative testing, then hopefully getting a campaign off the ground that actually gets out of learning and can actually thrive on the platform. You can target anything from just basic interests like you see on Snapchat or Facebook. You can do, there's hashtag targeting. There's obviously all your custom audiences, remarketing, all that stuff. I would recommend just going straight creative testing, but I know a lot of people will want to try this and that. But there are plenty of options to test on TikTok, and I think interests might have more of a place on TikTok than, say, Facebook. But if you're just starting out, definitely just go broad. You'll get the cheapest CPMs, hopefully the cheapest clicks. And you can definitely feed the pixel more data if it is a fresh pixel.
One of the biggest differences between Facebook ads and TikTok ads is that TikTok ads is a video only platform, meaning you can't just take a photo of your product and stick it on there. So what creative do we need in order to perform well?
Quality has never really been the key indicator in any of my successful ads. It's been about quantity and then finding what works and then either iterating off that, just making quick re-edits of that, or just continuing to find creators in that same vein. But for TikTok, it really comes down just to quantity rather than quality.
Getting your TikTok ads to work faster will come down to increasing your creative output, and sourcing creators is one of the best ways to do that. Now, you could do this with a spreadsheet, or you could use the all-in-one creator management platform, Incense. The Incense platform combines a marketplace, direct chat, interactive brief, automated payments, usage rights, and more all in one place. But we still know getting started with TikTok ads and sourcing creators isn't easy, so we've teamed up with them to offer a $200 UGC credit. You can learn more about this credit by going to incense.pro/LP/CTC or clicking the first link in the description below. One of our beliefs here at CTC is making data-backed decisions, not just opinions. So I wanted to know what data Shane is watching on a daily basis in order to know if a campaign is performing well.
We do set separate targets for TikTok compared to Facebook because, like we talked about, the match rate can be less. And so there's an assumed impact that we're driving. At the moment, TikTok's pixel just isn't quite as sophisticated as Facebook. Of course, they got years on them. But you could either set looser targets for TikTok, or you can look at the actual traffic you're driving on TikTok and even compare delivery, see if you are targeting a different audience than Facebook. After years of serving ads on Facebook, Facebook's going to get to know what your core audience is, and you'll see the same age demos, genders, distribution, all that kind of stays static after it really locks on. But with TikTok, it's a new opportunity for a fresh, unbiased pixel to see responding. It's just about creating a new definition of success, at least until you do start hitting those KPIs that you're looking for. What I love about TikTok is the just insanely cheap delivery that you get. You might be going from $12 to $15 CPMs on Facebook, and then CPMs you see on TikTok are like $2 to $5. So that's like 7 times cheaper. So even if you're maybe not driving those like first touch point purchases, you're still getting the brand out there, delivering those ads to a higher intent audience. And with the cheaper CPMs, you're driving just a ton of clicks to the website, typically for a lot cheaper than you'll see on other platforms.
You've decided to make the investment, you've set the right budget, you've increased your creative output, you're watching the right data, and now you start to see some success. How do you scale versus when you scale Facebook ads?
On Facebook, you can just bump the budget up every couple days. TikTok doesn't love that. It can be temperamental if you mess with the budget too much. They really recommend setting the budget that you intend to run. And that's why budget is so important, starting budget. You don't want to go conservative and then be like, oh, if it works, then I'll put more money in. Start with the proper budget. What I've found lately is I'll touch it maybe once a week. Whereas on Facebook, we'll do every one or every other day, about 20%, but I'll do about once a week. And then I just plan to only have maybe 1 or 2 campaigns, 1 ad set, or 2 ad sets in each. Really going to come down to keeping things simple, but also being able to test creative while you have your main top performers running. Way less build heavy than Facebook. You're not going to be building out 1 million campaigns, 1 million ad sets. Even if you give the right budget, after about 3 full days of delivery, I have yet to see any sort of TikTok performance optimize and improve. That's where the learning phase is, or like where it really makes a judgment about this ad, this campaign setup, whatever. And then I've only seen results either get worse or stay static. So if it's below whatever target you're trying to hit, say by 20%, I'd say on the 4th day, typically I'll make a judgment call, assuming I have given a proper budget.
Now there's so much that Shane and I didn't get to cover in this video, and we'll definitely be doing a second session. But in the meantime, if you're like, hey, I need to launch my TikTok ad strategy now, and I want step-by-step instructions in detail, launching the ads manager, putting the pixel, all these things that we didn't get to cover, then I highly recommend checking out our TikTok ads playbook. This is where we go in depth with literal step-by-step instructions from setting up every part of the process. If that's something that interests you, then you can check out that link in the description. And I recommend checking out these resources here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.